Good morning. We are back on trail after our zero. We're back to Timberline Lodge on Mount Hood, and we're about to get going again. Any news for the day, Top Rock?
It's colder than I thought it would be.
It is cold this morning.
Everyone's talking about heat waves, and it's not even 60, 57 right now.
Nah, it's probably
9
60.
o'clock.
And
I don't
breezy
think
and
so.
cool and snowy. We should have a nice easy glide all the way to Cascade Locks over the next few days. Should be beautiful. And and I think that's all I know for this morning. Well, our 0 day, we literally did zero because we took care of all of our 0 day needs the night before. So we had laundry done and showers, and we had all the food we needed. So
We committed a sin.
I wasn't even going to tell him.
It's a sin, yeah.
We did do a sin. It's something I never have ever done, never thought of doing,
Yeah.
even debated while we were doing it. What did we do?
What we didn't do. We were in a town with town food, and we did not eat any town food.
We had the only town food you can say we kind of had was the hotel had a breakfast, so we had breakfast at the hotel. But we didn't go into town, so we did not help the economy.
We didn't have no burgers, no fries, no chili dogs, no fun anything crazy. We just ate our trail food that we had too much of.
Yep. So anyway, hey, that's the story for this morning. We're off. The cell coverage is so good at this location. You don't even need a cell phone. You can just shout out the number you want to call and start talking. It's amazing. The rest of the country is experiencing a heat wave right now. Well, actually, this part of the country is experiencing a heat wave too. They got heat advisories coming up for this weekend, which is tomorrow and the next day, and well into the hundreds. But you can see here are Ken and I at lunch. Now, granted, we're not sitting in the sun, so it could be warmer, but pretty darn cool sitting here in the shade, especially when the breeze comes up. Top Rock is freezing. We just got up from lunch, and this is the first canyon we come to. It's got this beautiful waterfall that's several hundred feet up. It's not huge, but it's just really pretty. But it's cold. So I made him stop. He couldn't stand stopping for very long. This is one of those beautiful viewpoints. We got pine trees. We got a golf course up there on the ahead of us on the hillside. Let's see those sand traps or that white stuff. Yeah, no, they're not a golf course. Too steep for golf. Beautiful valley. It swings around, and I'm positive that mountain peak way off in the distance is in the state of Washington. So between here and us, there's the Columbia River and Cascade Locks and all sorts of other stuff. It is just a beautiful day here. It is a day for waterfalls. We've been watching water cascade down Mount Hood in all sorts of directions. Here we are in this beautiful, deep, dark, rich forest. And we have Ramona Falls. Ramona Falls, clearly named after our good friend Ramona. Right, don't think so. I think this was here before Ramona was born even. As you can see, this is pretty spectacular. Top Rock, there's Top Rock, so you can see how big he is. And now you can see he's still 50 feet back from the falls, and they are really beautiful. This was definitely worth the walk. On the PCT, there have been 2 falls now which have surprised me. Bernie Falls was the first one, way bigger than I expected. And this, Ramona Falls, which I really expected to be about 15 or 16 feet tall. This one surprised me too, because that's at least 100 plus feet to get up to the top there. Beautiful water cascading all over. Top Rock is preparing his tent for this evening. Tonight he'll be using the diagonal sleeping approach. In other words, there's no way to get level, and you always want to have your head uphill. And the best spot for his tent was one where it kind of put it in an angle. So he'll be sleeping from corner to corner in his tent, and his explosion of gear happens on both his left and right side. I don't know if you can see it right now, but he's using a pump sack that doubles as his clothing bag to inflate his air mattress. I don't carry mine anymore, I just blow it up, but since he's using it for, his is bigger. He has a bigger air mattress, but the fact that he has double use of it, one for clothing, and then once he's in his tent, he uses it to pump up his air mattress. That's okay. It's not really a luxury item at that point. Anyway, just thought you'd like to get a little insight into how it all comes together inside the tent. Well, we are calling it a day.
Yeah. It's after 5 o'clock.
It is after 5 o'clock. We have one big climb of the day.
Yeah.
That was the very first time climbing out of the parking lot at
Timberline Lodge.
Timberline Lodge and climbing up to where we met up with the trail.
That was probably the steepest, I guess. We had some other climbs that were longer, but that was the steepest.
But it's gone pretty well. And as you can tell, we saw lots of waterfalls today, which is very cool. And what else?
And the thing you couldn't see is how great it smelled this morning.
Oh yeah.
We had wonderful floral blooms, and there's a green leaf that's like mint, but it's not mint. Do not eat it. We tried once. No. And then it was the falls, I think, was the next really, really, really big one, the Ramona Falls, which you guys saw.
So there you go. So we're on our way again to Cascade Locks. We'll be there in a couple days. We're probably a third of the way, a little less than a third of the way there. Came 11 miles today. And that's about it for today. See you tomorrow.